Judgment Day. Today things are going to get said at last. A lot of things. What's the big idea? Sorry, Nick. I only touched your shoulder. I guess the shock hasn't worn off of my one-in with the stun gun yesterday. Anyhow, today's the last day of the trial. Good luck, Nick. Yeah. Thanks, Maya. Edgeth is looking glum as always. I hope Von Karma doesn't push him too hard. Ooh, ah! What are you doing? Sorry, I'm sorry. I just thought I'd cheer you up with a pat on the back. Maya, maybe you should go outside and discharge. Right, good idea. Try not to electrocute anyone on your way out. Ooh, pal! What's gotten into that guy? Detective Gumshoe! Morning! Mr. Edgeworth! Good morning. How did it go, Detective? Have no fear. As promised, I've captured our runaway caretaker. I just brought him in. Took all night, pal. Thanks, Detective Gumshoe. You must be tired. Actually, after that shock I got on the way in, I feel pretty good. Yogi says he's forgotten his own name. But that has to be a lie. Why would he want revenge on Edgeth if he couldn't remember his past? He does remember, and I'm going to prove it. Court is now in session for the trial of Miles Edgeworth. The defense is ready, Your Honor. The prosecution is ready. Right. Very well. We have reached the final day of our proceedings in this trial. I ask that the prosecution submit decisive evidence. Understood. Come on, don't be ardent to science by every little thing he says. Very well, Mr. Von Karma. Your opening statement. Thanks to Detective Gumshoe's efforts, the boat once a shop caretaker has been arrested. In yesterday's trial, the defense asserted that the caretaker was the murderer. However, the caretaker has yet to confirm this. I would like to ask the defense to cross-examine him as much as necessary. Very well. Please bring the witness into the courtroom. Ladies and gentlemen of the court, I believe you all remember our witness. He lived in the boat Winter Shop on the lake from where he witnessed the incident. In addition, he has currently lost memory of his name and identity. Witness, why did you run away yesterday? The witness was not running away as he will now testify. I see. Very well. Please begin your testimony. Ah, there. Yeah, I'm really sorry about just leaving yesterday like I did. But I wasn't running or nothing. I went to buy some food for Polly, see? I think I got nothing to do with this incident anyhow. I mean, I need one of the motive things, right? I don't got one. So my testimony yesterday stands as is. Very well. Let's begin the cross-examination, shall we? He has to know his name. Yanni Yogi. You're Yanni Yogi, and I'm going to prove it. How can you say you had no motive? I say you do. You had a grudge against Edgeup and the victim, Robert Hammond. That's why you took revenge on them, right? Please don't make me repeat myself, Mr. Wright. This witness has no memory of anything beyond several years ago. He cannot hold a grudge. It's impossible. He's lying about his memory. Otherwise, he's going to be the same thing over and over until the trial ends. This is let's prove this man is who he is. Do that and the motive will prove itself. You lost much of your memory, is that correct? Yeah, seems like it. How can you know that you didn't have anything to do with this incident? Or maybe you're lying about not having your memory. You know exactly who you are. Court proof. How am I supposed to prove what's going on in that old codger's head? It's impossible. I'm glad you come to your senses, Mr. Wright. Very well, witness. Please continue. May I say something, Mr. Wright? Yes? Yes, Your Honor? You've been saying the same thing now over and over. Twice, really, but you're pulling straws here. You've been calling the witness's memory of the past, or lack thereof, into question. But does that really have anything to do with this current case? Of course, Your Honor. The witness has said he has nothing to do with this case, and no motive. Both of these statements are lies! Order! Mr. Wright, there's a serious problem with your claim. Or are you saying that you know who this witness is? Of course, Your Honor. Oh, now this is interesting. I would like to know myself. So, who is he? Don't play dumb, Von Karma. Mr. Wright, please tell us the witness's name. His name is Yanni Yogi, a former court bailiff. Yogi? That name seems familiar. Oh! Yanni Yogi, from the DL-6 incident. I figured the judge would have heard of it. It was such a famous case. But what does this mean? Your Honor, if this man is Mr. Yogi, then he has a clear motive. Jumping to conclusions again, Mr. Wright. This man, this witness, is Yanni Yogi? Fascinating. However, how do you propose to prove this to the court? This is a court of law, as you may recall. You need proof. Now allow me to repeat once more that this witness has lost his memory. This is it. I have to do this now. I can't prove he's Yogi right here, right now. And I got nowhere else to go. Nick, how are you going to prove it? How can you prove that he's Yanni Yogi? It's okay. It's actually quite simple. Your Honor, please Please take this man's fingerprints. Then we'll compare them to the fingerprints on file for Yanni Yogi 15 years ago. I see, that makes sense. Huh? I'm so very, very sorry, Mr. Wright. Why? The witness has no fingerprints. What? What? No fingerprints! Before I worked as a caretaker, I worked at a chemical plant. I burned my fingers working with the staff, yep. What? Yogi, you sneak. You put your fingerprints off to hide your past. What if the witness has no fingerprints? I guess we will not be able to prove his identity. No. Well, what will you do, Mr. White? It seems that the case has been decided, no? No! I know what happened. I know everything. I just can't prove it. But no, I can't let it end like this. I can't lose. There has to be another way. There is no one who can testify as to who this witness is. No one! Nick, what are we going to do? I didn't even consider that he might have erased his fingerprints. What do I do? Oh, Mr. Wright? How would you like to cross-examine his parrot for no comic relief? Yeah, very funny. You're so Whittlebug, Karma. Wait a second. Cross-examine his parrot? What is it, Nick? No, you're not going to. Your Honor. The defense would like to take Mr. Von Karma up on his proposal. Take Mr. Von Karma up? On my proposal? Exactly, Your Honor. I'd like to cross-examine the witness's pet parrot. Order! Well, what do you think, Mr. Von Karma? Did you even ask? This is a farce. I object. Wait a second. You were the one who suggested I cross-examine the parrot, Von Karma. I have a right to do as you suggested. Now, if you're so desperate, then please be my guest. Of course, should you go through with this, and nothing comes of it, then I hope you're ready for the consequences. Nick, this is crazy. Well, so let's go through with your little game. Let the parrot take the stand. I will cross-examine her, Your Honor. This is the most ridiculous thing I have ever heard. Every person's testimony, every piece of evidence, not Larry's, except the parrot. She's my last chance. Please, I think so. Enough. Bring in the parrot. That's quite a bud. Please tell us your name. Name! This is ignoring me. First hunt to be ignored by a bird. Ahem, very well. Witness. Who's your honor? Please testify for us. Hello! Squawk! only the most concise testimony we've had so far. Very well, begin your cross-examination. Right. What are you going to do, Nick? I don't know what we do, Maya. Witness, you can't just say hello and expect us to get anywhere. I want you to testify. Maya, you talk to her. Right, what do I say? As I recall, 2 days ago, Polly, have we forgotten something? Don't forget DL-6, squawk! Get Wright to say that here. Can't take that something to do with DL-6. Polly, have we forgotten something? Hello, squawk! That's not what you're supposed to say. Forgot. Something we forgot. Hello, squawk! Uh-oh. It's not working, Nick. He won't say it. It's ridiculous. Why won't he say it? Something the matter, Mr. Wright? Wait. Don't tell me Von Karma expected this. He couldn't have retrained a parrot, could he? Did he train her not to respond when he asked if he forgot anything? Hold it! Maybe I should get her to say her name. Polly, what's your name? Polly, squawk! Mr. Wright, I think we established that this parrot is named Polly. Does this have anything to do with her own identity? Yes, it does. Fascinating. You claim that the parrot's name will prove her owner's identity? And show us this. Nick, don't you think you're taking the buffet way too far? Listen, we're not here to answer the question of who is the caretaker. We're here to prove that he is Yanni Yogi. All we have to do is tie the name Polly to Yogi. Your Honor, prove that the parent's name reveals the caretaker's identity is... DL-6 case file. It's quite a large file you have there. It's pages, there's proof on that. Show us or stop wasting our time. Very well, Mr. Wright. Please show us the page. Where in the files that information contributes to this parent's name? It's on the suspect data page. This page has all the information about Yanni Yogi. Right after he was arrested, his fiancée committed suicide, see? I see that, yes. What's his fiancée's name? Polly Jenkins. Polly? Exactly, Your Honor. He wanted to remember the name of his fiancée who had committed suicide. That's why he named his parrot after her. I see. I guess that is possible.
Objection!
Bah, a mere coincidence, that's all. My granddaughter has a dog she calls Phoenix. Mr. Phoenix, Wright? Does this make you my granddaughter's fiance? Did he just say dog? She's only 7 years old. Indeed. However, it is a little weak for evidence in a motor trial. We need some other corroborating evidence. How are we going to find that? Nick, we're getting close. Once more, we can just get one more piece of evidence. Right, but what? Very well, witness. You may continue.
Hold it!
Maybe I'll get him to say the number of that safe. Huh? The safe? Why? Let's just try and get him to say anything, okay? Alright, where's the number to the safe in the shop? 1228! 1228! What a reckless parent. Well, Mr. Wright, you aren't claiming that this number has something to do with the caretaker. Actually, it does. That's why I had her say it. Ridiculous. How can the number to the safe tell us who the caretaker is? Search your proof. What could possibly link the number to the caretaker's true identity?
Take that!
DL-6 case file. What is this obsession you have with that case, Mr. Wright? Well, in this file is something relating to that safe number. It's on the case summary page. The case summary? Specifically, the date on which the DL-6 incident occurred. The date of the incident? December 28th? Why, that's today's date. 15 years ago. And the number on that safe is 1228. 1228. Ah, he used the date of the DL-6 incident as the number for his safe, Your Honor. That's how important that date was to him. I see. It certainly is an interesting coincidence. People often do set their secret numbers to dates.
Objection!
Ah, this is not tangible proof. I set my ATM card's number to 0001 because I'm number 1. This has nothing to do with a date. Nothing! That's enough. I think we've reached a conclusion here. This is a mere coincidence, that's all. True, that is a possibility. However, two coincidences at the same time seem more like a pattern to me. What are you saying? Summon the caretaker of the boat shop. Immediately. Witness, tell us your name. Wait, this witness, he doesn't remember. No, it's okay. I've accomplished what I wanted to do. I'm done. Nick, he looks totally different. This is the real Yogi, I think. Finally! He's been acting feeble to hide his true identity. Acting for 15 years! Well, let me ask you again. Please state your name for the court. My name is Yanni Yogi. 15 years ago, I served as a bailiff in this very court. Order! Order! Yanni Yogi! So was it you killed Robert Hammond? And tried to frame Miles Edgeworth for his death? Yes, it was me. I did it. They put me here on the witness stand 15 years ago. Robert Hammond. He said I was mentally unsound. He told me it would make me innocent. Get me off the hook. So, I have a tendency to have brain damage. I was innocent, really, but he didn't believe me. We won the trial, but I lost everything. I lost my job, my fiancée, my social standing. And this year, 15 years later, a package arrived. It was a letter and a pistol. The plan was written out in careful detail. It was a plan for me to take my revenge on the people who ruined my life. I didn't care who had sent it. I thought this was my chance after 15 years. This was it. Finally, a chance to have my revenge on Robert Hammond and Miles Edgeworth. I have no regrets. Wait a moment. Revenge? Against Miles Edgeworth? What do you mean? I'm not at liberty to speak on that matter. Why don't you ask Mr. Edgeworth yourself? Anyway, I admit it. I was the one who killed Robert Hammond. Von Karma, where is Mr. Yogi? Under arrest, Your Honor. I saw no room for error in his confession that the defendant, Miles Edgeworth, is innocent. In this case, at least. Very well. Will the defendant please take the stand? There are a few mysteries left unsolved. Sir, you are cleared of suspicion for this particular case. So I'd like to pass judgment on the murder of Mr. Robert Hammond. Any objections? I don't believe it. Why isn't Von Karma saying anything? Very well. This court finds the defendant, Mr. Miles Edgeworth, not guilty. That is all. This court is adjourned.
Objection!
Did someone just say objection? It wasn't Von Karma. Wait, that means... No. Edgeworth? Your Honor, I object to your judgment. What do you mean? I'm not innocent at all. As we heard, Yanni Yogi killed Robert Hammond in revenge. But revenge for what? Nick, Edgeworth is trying to confess. He's going to say he's guilty. He's going to tell them he was murdered in the DL-6 incident. He's going to tell them he killed his own dad. Uh-oh. What do I do?
Objection!
The judgment has already been passed. I object to Aladros's outburst. Didn't something like this happen yesterday too? I believe a certain witness raised objection after I was guilty verdict was passed. That would be Larry. You must hear this new statement. You must tell Miles Edgeworth. He's right. We have a duty to hear Mr. Edgeworth out. 15 years. I've had a recurring dream. A nightmare. It's only a nightmare. That's what I told myself. But now I know it wasn't a dream. And the yogi wasn't the killer. You mean in the incident where your father died? The distance of the sun, it wasn't suicide either. Everything was as clear as day. Murderer. Criminal in the DL-6 incident. It was me. Your Honor, I confess to my guilt. I'm guilty for DL-6, the statute of limitations of which ends today. The culprit is me! Order! Order! This is suddenly unexpected. The defendant declared innocent is confessing to a different crime? The crime for which the statute of limitations runs out today? I'm not really sure how I should deal with this. Bah! It's obvious. We hold a trial, right here, right now. We try this man for his crime of 15 years ago. I think I'd like to take a 5-minute recess. During this time, I will consider the appropriate course of action to take. Court is adjourned.